Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel.
Yes, you're welcome back to another episode of Forever Together with the Ekimas.
Yes guys, Happy New Year. This is our first video in 2022. We're excited.
Yes, guys, welcome back from the festive season. We have missed you. It's been, 2
so
weeks?
Much, yeah. 2 weeks.
Yeah, we are excited to be back. If this is
Yeah.
your first time here,
Yeah, please subscribe, like, comment, share.
turn on that notification bell so that you're reminded every time we upload a video.
Yeah.
My name is Daphne Ekima.
Ekima Emmanuel.
And together we
are
are
the Ekimas.
Yeah, so we had decided that today we're going to shout out first to the people are real fam, the people who are always logged in, the people who comment on each of our videos. And today we're shouting out 2 people.
Yes, Caroline.
Is it
Yeah.
AIN? Caroline
Yes.
and Besigarukundo Viola. Thank you so much, Real Fam, for always sticking on our channel and commenting every time we upload a video.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so today what are we talking about? What are we discussing?
So today we're discussing the things we knew before we got married.
The things we wish we knew.
Knew before we got married, yes.
Yeah, so these are things that we wish we had known before we got married, things we wish we had been told. But also some of these things we knew, but we think everyone should know before they get married. Yeah? So let's get right into it.
Christ in the center. Welcome to forever. This is our perfect synchrony, like leather and feathers. No matter the weather, we can storm the umbrellas. Take a stroll in my heart. Let's take this further when I'm beside you, baby. See my stakes get better. Let me bet it all. Destiny vendettas. Rosy day emotional description of this love. I am yours, you are mine. The only thing that matters now. We are the Ekimas.
So today, the first point we wish we knew is purpose and values.
Yes, we wish, that's one thing we wish every couple should first discuss. As a couple, what is your purpose? What is the purpose of your marriage? What are your values? That should come out very clearly
in the beginning.
And should not be missed.
Yeah. I mean, there are things that must come out. I mean, what is your purpose? Why are you 2 people coming together? What is God's purpose for your marriage? I mean, it's very important for each couple to know what's their purpose. I mean, you may be walking in a certain direction and your partner comes in and maybe pulls you to another direction, and yet God had destined you for a certain direction. So it's important to seek God to find out what is your main purpose in marriage, the couple. I mean, for us also, it's something that we came together and we realized that we had a purpose together, and then we moved.
Yeah, and every couple does have a purpose, So you don't just get married by coincidence. And I know very many people don't stop to think. It's just like, oh, I found someone, we get along, let's just go ahead. But you don't stop to think, okay, why has God put me and this person together? Not another person, but this person. The importance of that is that you move in a very focused way. You find out whether your purpose is even aligned. Do I support his vision? You might find what he stands for, what his purpose is, does not align with me, or I don't even subscribe to it. And then later you get married and you're clashing about these very things. And I think for us getting married, we did not have that conversation.
Yeah, we didn't have that conversation.
It's a conversation that we had
later,
after we were married. Luckily, we understood it earlier enough. But I think if you discuss it way before, preferably even during the dating stage, you can even decide if this is the person you want to be with or not.
Yeah, so it's important to know purpose. I mean, it's just like how in salvation where we all get to know that, God has designed a certain purpose for us. I mean, there are those branches that if you do not bear fruits, they'll be cut off. So, I mean, the Bible says that. So it's important for you to know that what is the purpose, which fruits are you going to bear in your marriage and in regards to God. Because marriage is a creation of God and 2 become one. That means the 2 must have a purpose, and once you become one, all of you must look to serve God.
And baby, you spoke about values. So values, I feel like that's like a whole point on its own. Values, it is important that your values are aligned. And that also goes to speak to beliefs. If say religious beliefs, if I'm a Christian and the other person is maybe not a Christian, maybe they're atheists or they're Muslims or whichever, those beliefs will definitely clash once you get married. So you need to get to the bottom of that. What are our values aligned? And I think for us that was the advantage. Even just starting to date, we made sure that our values were aligned. And when we met, that's something that we put out strongly. And we said, if our values are not aligned, if you don't have the same belief system, then we're doing nothing together. Because at the end of the day, God has called you as an individual. Yes, marriage is a ministry, but you as an individual, you also have your purpose, which you'll be answerable to God. To God. So there's that to think about it. The person you're dating, are your values aligned? And if they are not, have you had that conversation? Yeah,
I think for the issues of values, it's very important. I mean, if your values are not aligned, then
because
why are you together? That's who you are. So I mean, you will clash. That's already ground for clashes. And I mean, in a relationship. So it's important to know. Then another point that I think is very important for us is to know that we are marrying into a family, not marrying a person.
You're not just marrying the person, but the family.
You're marrying the family. So this is something that you need to know. I mean, on our side, we got to know it, and we try to engage. Of course, not in depth, that we got to know all our family members, all relative, distant. But I mean, it's important to know that at the end of it all, I mean, you're marrying into the family. You're not marrying the person alone. So you must cultivate that during the dating time. When you're dating, get to know the person, get to know their parents, get to know their siblings. I mean, once you have that relationship at an early stage, I mean, it's when you get married, it's easy for you to, I mean, for them to know, to welcome you. You get to know their values. I mean, as they say, the apple doesn't fall far away from the tree. So I mean, like father, like son, like mother, like daughter. So the more you get to know the person, you get to know their mother, you get to know their siblings. I mean, you get to also know the kind of person you're
dealing with. So for us, we did get to know each other's families, but I think I wish we had done it more. I wish we had done it more, and that way you find that you're not starting from a fresh slate when you get married. So that's another thing. The other point is, make sure you discuss your deal breakers. Absolutely. They should be very, very, very clear. Your expectations should be understood and agreed upon. So different people have different deal breakers. For some people, it could be, I just want one child. And another is saying, I want 7 kids.
Another one, I don't
want kids. And then you get married.
And you don't know.
You never had the conversation. It could be even that for some men, let's say some men say, my wife has to stay at home and look after the kids. And for some women, they're saying, no, I have to work. I have to, to travel in every country working. For some men, for example, we've had cases where, people get married and then the man is like, no, I want you to stay home. And the woman did not sign up for that. She did not expect that getting into the marriage. Or the man is in shock. Like, why would you want to work yet we have young kids? So those are conversations that you should be having before you get married, or else someone, I mean, you enter marriage and you're not happy. Someone cuts you short because, your expectations were different.
I mean, your life stops. I mean, you reach and you're like, wow, I thought I was going to work. I was going to do this. As in most cases, mainly the ladies, you find that your career ends. Because you have to either take care of the kids. Maybe the man is saying, please stay home, I'll pay you. And yet you want a life out there.
World.
You want the corporate life. So it's important to have those conversations, get to know what is the deal breaker. I mean, if for you, Christmas is we must go abroad or we must go in the village, I mean, discuss that. It's very important. So that in case when you get married, you are not shocked. You know that, I signed up for this and this is what I'll go for.
And the other point is finances. Discuss your finances.
Very important.
Guys, discuss your finances.
Very important.
It's known worldwide that finances are the lead cause of divorce. You can't believe, not even infidelity, but finances.
It's important.
So you have to be on the same page. You have to be on the same page.
My money.
Is it your kazi over? Is your money my money? Is it
or it's our money?
Our money, So this is another thing for us that we discussed, So we knew this, but we are sharing it because we think people should know. We had that conversation. And for us in our context, We agreed that our money is our money. But I mean, you'll be surprised. People out there, the views are different.
Yeah.
Some women, it's the man's money is my money and my money is mine. And that's their view. So have the discussion. Whether the view is right or wrong is another question. But that is what someone stands for.
Yeah.
So better to know it and know whether you can take it or not.
Yes. I agree with you. I mean, finances, guys, you need to discuss finances. I mean, money is important in a relationship. I mean, guys, money is important.
The love.
Yeah, I mean, money facilitates love. I mean, let's stop pretending that, you see, I mean, money facilitates love. If you want to go and have a drink, a nice meal, I mean, you're going to use money. So you need to discuss how are you going to spend. I mean, when it comes to budgeting brings up your values as a family. What are your values? What values do you stand up for? Yeah, what do you prioritize? I mean, so discuss finances. If it's going to be percentages, say you're 10% for gold, 30% for investment, 50% for expenses, whatever you really come up with, discuss your finances. Do not reach there and get shocked.
Yeah, and have the conversation on your temperament. So we're going to do a full video on finances in marriage and how we handle them.
Yeah.
So we won't get into it right now, but their temperaments. So different people have different temperaments. That does not make the other person wrong.
Yeah.
It just means that you're different. One person is a spender, another one is a saver. You're just different. So when you get to know the temperaments and then you know how to deal with a person.
Yeah.
Other than getting there and then you're shocked.
Yeah.
The other point is, and this one we discussed it, we had differing views. You guys can tell us in the comment section what you think. But the point is, your wedding does not have to be big. Yeah? You do not have to throw a big wedding. Now, here we had divergent views, yeah? So, you can share your view first. So, for me, I that's my stand. But he had for me, my stand is, if I could go back, I think I would have a wedding like these weddings, these lockdown weddings, just have 4 people, a priest, and call it a day. My husband thinks otherwise, yeah?
Yeah, I think may differ from her. I mean, a wedding, man. Guys, if you are there, man, I know you are there. I know, guys, there are many people on my side. I mean, you need to invest in your wedding. I mean, it's a one day. Yes, people call it, it's a one day. I mean, it's going to go. But I mean, you need to invest in your wedding. I mean, at the back of it all, you look at it, it's the beginning of a lifetime journey. I mean, it's a lifetime journey, guys. I mean, my opinion is that if it's a lifetime journey, I mean, we are cementing a journey together with my wife. So I need to invest in it. The memories. So, I mean, I'm not going to put up and do a small wedding because I want to say. I mean, there are also guys who are stingy. I mean, there are people who want to save up money. I mean, you're given money, you have the money,
people have contributed.
Yeah, people have contributed for a wedding.
Million.
Yes, and you're like, let's look at 50, then we can buy a car. I mean, guys, this is a one-time event, yes, but it's the event that defines your life. I mean, for me and my wife, we differ there. I believe in a big wedding if you have the capacity. I mean, if you can afford it, please do a big wedding. I mean, make it. It's one, but I mean, it's going to last for years and years and years. You look back one day when you're showing your kids and like, we married in 2022 and this was our wedding. This and this and this. And they will be inspired by that.
So for me, my issue is not, I'm not saying don't create memories, yeah? So I believe do not compromise the quality. So I'd rather have 4 people and it's nice than have 1,000 people and stretch myself. So it's a thing of, can I afford? And if I cannot afford, I should not go into debt. And then after that, we're fighting over the money from the wedding. I remember when we were just going to get married, we got married at a time when we were in school. It was too busy. It was demanding and tasking. Actually, our wedding was literally organized by other people.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, the people who supported us. Luckily for us, we didn't have to go through, we didn't have any debt after a wedding. People were so generous enough. We never had so many wedding meetings. I think it was one, but people were kind and gracious enough to, to support. And our wedding happened thanks to people who contributed. But I would say that, because I'm imagining a situation where we're in debt after. And then we're fighting over it. Yeah, you're in the honeymoon, you're receiving phone calls. Hey, my money, what? I'm going to take this from you. Like, You guys, and I don't know. And I remember my mom was telling me, she's like, Daphne, don't stress about the wedding. It is one day. It is one day. It's going to end. And indeed, the day comes, it ends, and it's like it never happened.
And people move on.
People move on very quickly.
I think I agree with you, baby, but where I disagree with you, I mean, my point is, if you can have a date that you can afford to clear, let's say in a week's time or in a month's time. So I mean, do not deny yourself. My point is, do not deny yourself something nice. If let's say my dream wedding was to have a 5-tier cake, and let's say it costs, let's say, 5 million. I'm just giving a rough estimate, and at the end of it all, I mean, I can afford maybe to pay 300 plus other things.
300,000.
I mean, 3 million, and then maybe 2. I can cater for it anytime. I mean,
so a small date.
Yeah, that's a small date. I mean, for me, I keep saying, I mean, that's a small date. You can take it on. I mean, and have what you really want. Because, I mean, it's one day. I mean, it goes back, guys. It's just one day, but that one day defines. Let's get a manageable date. I mean, if you can manage it, then it's okay.
And, guys, manageable date is relative. Yeah. So,
depends on your...
It also takes a lot of self-awareness to know. Because for one person, it could be 2 million. Another person will go and get 100 million with interest and then claim that it's manageable.
Yeah.
If there's interest, the wedding definitely is there's no return on investment.
There's no return on investment. Yeah, absolutely.
The other one.
Yeah, the other one is communication. I think we have discussed communication in depth.
We had a topic on it.
And
if
please
you have not watched the video,
go and watch. Yeah. So it's important to have that. I mean, discuss your communication. Get to know somebody's temperaments. How do they behave? Are they peacemaker? Are they peacemaker? I mean, the tone. Yeah, so it's important. Please, guys, that one you
watch the video.
Let's go to the next point.
Yeah, so the next point is to do with health. Yeah. So get to know your health history, family history. Do go to the gyne, get to know fertility issues. There are so many issues right now to do with that. Your blood groups, your rhesus. So for us, in our context, we actually found out after we were married. Yeah. We did the whole test and all, but we did not get to know that actually as rhesus minus and was positive. Yeah. If you have that, I mean blood group. Yeah. So there's, I'm sure you know. If you don't, please find out. So when that happens, is that for every time you get pregnant, you need to take
shots. Actually,
shots. Yeah. That detail, we are not doctors, so you can find the information with the doctor, but you need to know those details. Yeah. That way, because if you don't take those shots, you can easily get a miscarriage. So some people get miscarried and they don't know where it's coming from, but it's really that. So do those, meet with a doctor, have the conversation, they'll guide you on which tests you need to take and take them to avoid unnecessary stress that you wouldn't get if you had those conversations. Yeah,
so it's important, I mean, to do that test. I agree with you, baby. I think let's go to another point. I'll call it due diligence, baby. I mean, it's important to do due diligence on. Due diligence is finding out about the spouse or the partner you're going to marry. I mean, it's important to know, how do they get annoyed? If they get annoyed, how do they react? I mean, it's important to know. I mean, we talked about family, getting to know their family, getting to know. I mean, you can do that through friends. I mean, sometimes, I mean, for us men, we have the brotherhood code, whereby they won't tell you. But I mean, try to get some information about the person. It's very important because, I mean, you never know. I mean, you'll not know how the person reacts. I mean, during dating, everybody's at his best self.
Best behavior.
Yeah, everybody's at his best behavior. I mean, I don't want to bring out my bad. You may refuse me because I've maybe said something. I mean, so that goes with time. You need to do your due diligence and get to know your partner. Yeah.
The last point is learn that emotions or someone's feelings are neither wrong nor right. Yeah. This one, honestly, we had to learn the hard way. Yeah. We had to learn the hard way. Why? So what do we mean by that? It's that in every relationship, so this goes to conflict, you're always going to have a conflict, even when you get married. But you need to know that when I say that my feelings were hurt, this is more to do, again, with communication and conflict. When you did ABCD, when you say this, I felt this way. Your role is not to say no. That's not what you should feel, or that's not what I meant, or that's no, that is what I feel. Yeah. That is what I feel. Whether you agree with it or not, acknowledge my feeling. That is what I feel. So feelings are neither wrong nor right. We're not. You don't spend time trying to determine whether their feeling is right or wrong. Whatever that is, the fact is that is their feeling. Validate their feeling, and then go ahead to explain maybe what you meant. But do not be caught up in trying to explain that no, that's not it. Why are you feeling like that when I didn't do? You know?
Yeah, I am. I think for us that one we learned it the hard way, but we have had to learn and deal with it. So, I mean, those are things we wish we knew before we got married. So it's important to know that, I mean, you know, when you're in a relationship, when you're dating, when you're, I mean, you know that the love is high. You sometimes you don't imagine that you'll even ever hurt each other.
Yeah.
And yet that is not we are totally two different people. I mean, two different people, different thinking. So sometimes you have to clash. But I mean, the clashes, you must always look at finding the solutions. I think that's what helped us. We look more into finding the solution, and as my wife has said, we do not, feelings are neither wrong or right. So I mean, you respect, you acknowledge, and then you move on. Those are the things we knew. We wish we knew before we got married. I mean, some we had to learn the hard way, but I mean, guys.
You don't have to go through the exact same things we went through. You could do better.
Yeah, you can do better. So
so thank you guys for joining us for this episode. It was we're happy to have you. If you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please do subscribe, share these videos, turn on that notification bell so that you're reminded every time we upload a video. Till next time, big love. Bye-bye.
Yeah, we love you. Bye.
Christ in the center. Welcome to forever. This is our perfect synchrony, like leather and feathers. No matter the weather, we can storm the umbrellas. Take a stroll in my heart. Let's take this further when I'm beside you, baby. See my stakes get better. Let me bet it all. Destiny vendettas. Rosy the emotional description of this love. I am yours, you are mine. The only thing that matters now. We are the Echimus.